Have you ever felt a little worried about the future of your job? With technology advancing at lightning speed, robots getting smarter, and the world changing faster than ever, it's a valid concern. You might be wondering, will my skills still be relevant in 5 or 10 years? Will my job even exist? It's a bit like trying to navigate a ship in a storm without a compass. But what if I told you there's a way to build your own compass? A way to not just survive the changes, but to thrive in them. Today, we're diving deep into how to future-proof your career, turning uncertainty into your biggest opportunity. This isn't about predicting the future. It's about building a career so resilient, so adaptable, that it's ready for whatever the future throws at it. So grab a notebook, get comfortable, and let's start building your future-proof career, step by step. The first and most crucial step is to become a lifelong learner. Think of your brain like a muscle. If you stop working it out, it gets weaker. The same goes for your skills. The knowledge you have today is a great foundation, but it won't be enough for tomorrow. The world is your classroom, and the curriculum is constantly updating. So where do you start? Begin by getting curious about your own industry. What are the latest trends? What new technologies are emerging? Read industry blogs, follow thought leaders on social media, and listen to podcasts during your commute. Don't just consume information passively. Engage with it, ask questions. If you are enjoying these videos, why don't you hit subscribe, like, and leave a comment? It costs you nothing and it helps out this channel so much. Now let's continue. Challenge what you're learning. Next, look beyond your immediate field. Some of the most valuable innovations happen at the intersection of different disciplines. Maybe you're in marketing. Why not learn the basics of data analysis or coding? Or if you're an engineer, perhaps understanding a bit about user psychology could revolutionize your designs. Online learning platforms like Coursera, edX, or even YouTube itself are treasure troves of knowledge. You can learn almost anything, often for free or at a very low cost. The goal isn't to become an expert in everything. The goal is to build what's called a T-shaped skill set. You have deep expertise in your core area, that's the vertical bar of the T, but you also have a broad knowledge across many other areas, that's the horizontal bar. This makes you incredibly versatile and valuable. It allows you to connect ideas that others might miss and collaborate effectively with people from different backgrounds. Remember, the most successful professionals aren't the ones who know everything. They're the ones who are always willing to learn something new. Now, let us talk about a set of skills that robots can't easily replicate, your uniquely human skills. Often called soft skills, I prefer to think of them as power skills because they are truly your superpower in the future workplace. We're talking about things like critical thinking, emotional intelligence, creativity, and communication. In a world drowning in data, the ability to think critically, to analyze information, identify biases, and make sound judgments is like gold. Don't just accept information at face value. Question it. Where did it come from? What's the evidence? This skill will help you solve complex problems that have no clear answer. Then there's emotional intelligence. This is your ability to understand and manage your own emotions and to recognize and influence the emotions of others. It's what allows you to build strong relationships, navigate office politics, and lead a team effectively. You can develop this by practicing active listening, really hearing what others are saying, not just waiting for your turn to talk. Pay attention to nonverbal cues. Practice empathy by trying to see situations from another person's perspective. Creativity is another human superpower. It's not just for artists and musicians. It's about finding new ways to solve old problems. It's about connecting the dots in a way no one has before. To boost your creativity, expose yourself to new experiences. Travel, read a book on a topic you know nothing about, or take up a new hobby. Give your brain new inputs, and you'll be surprised by the new outputs it generates. And finally, communication. The ability to clearly and persuasively articulate your ideas, both in writing and in speech, is absolutely essential. It doesn't matter how brilliant your ideas are if you can't communicate them to others. Practice public speaking, even if it's just in small team meetings. Start a blog or a social media account to practice your writing. The better you can communicate, the more influence and impact you'll have. These power skills are timeless. They were valuable 100 years ago, and they will be even more valuable 100 years from now. Alright, so you're learning new things and honing your human skills. What's next? It's time to build your personal brand and network. In the past, your career was defined by your employer. Today, your career is defined by you. Your personal brand is your reputation. It's what people think of when they hear your name. It's the story you tell about your skills, your values, and your passions. Start by thinking about what you want to be known for. What are your unique strengths? What value do you bring? Then start sharing that story. LinkedIn is a fantastic platform for this. Optimize your profile. Don't just list your job duties. Highlight your accomplishments. What problems did you solve? What results did you achieve? Share articles, write posts about your industry, and engage in thoughtful discussions. You're not just looking for a job, you're building a professional identity. But a brand is nothing without a network. Your network is your safety net and your launchpad. It's the people who can offer advice, connect you with opportunities, and support you throughout your career. Networking isn't about collecting business cards or having thousands of online connections. It's about building genuine relationships. Go to industry events, but don't just try to sell yourself. Be curious about others. Ask them about their work, their challenges, and their goals. Offer to help them if you can. Remember the golden rule of networking: give before you ask. By building a strong personal brand and a supportive network, you're creating your own career security. You're no longer dependent on a single employer. You're a business of one, ready to pivot and seize opportunities wherever they may arise. The final piece of the puzzle is embracing adaptability and resilience. The future is uncertain. Industries will be disrupted, jobs will be transformed, you will face setbacks. The key is not to avoid change, but to get good at it. Adaptability is the willingness to change your approach when things aren't working. It's about being flexible and open-minded. Instead of saying, "This is how we've always done it," ask, "Is there a better way to do this?" When you're faced with a new technology or a new process, don't resist it. Lean into it. See it as an opportunity to learn and grow. Resilience is your ability to bounce back from adversity. It's the mental fortitude that allows you to persevere when things get tough. You will make mistakes, you will fail, everyone does. The difference between successful and unsuccessful people is not whether they fail, but how they respond to failure. See every setback not as a dead end, but as a data point. What can you learn from this experience? How can it make you stronger? Cultivate a growth mindset, the belief that your abilities can be developed through dedication and hard work. This simple shift in perspective can transform how you view challenges. Instead of seeing them as threats, you'll see them as opportunities to stretch yourself and expand your capabilities. Embracing adaptability and building resilience is like being a bamboo tree in a storm. While the rigid oak might snap, the bamboo bends with the breeze, only to stand tall again once the storm has passed. So let's recap the 4 pillars of a future-proof career. First, commit to lifelong learning and develop T-shaped skills. Second, master your human power skills, critical thinking, emotional intelligence, creativity, and communication. Third, build a strong personal brand and a genuine professional network. And fourth, cultivate adaptability and resilience to navigate change. Building a future-proof career isn't a one-time project. It's an ongoing process, it's a mindset. It's about taking ownership of your professional journey and proactively shaping your own destiny. The future isn't something that just happens to you. It's something you create. The steps we've talked about today are your tools. Now it's up to you to start building. Start small, pick one area to focus on this week. Maybe it's signing up for an online course or reaching out to an old colleague to reconnect. Every small step you take builds momentum and brings you closer to a career that is not just secure, but fulfilling and exciting. Thank you for watching. If you found this helpful, please like, subscribe, and share it with someone who might need to hear this. Let's build our futures together.